All right, we're about to get started. Again, our first inventor is Dean DeVolpe. And Dean, you have 7 minutes to pitch the pros, and your time starts now.
Hi, panel. What I'm doing is I've redesigned the spoon rest. Instead of having a lot of people balance their spoons on the side and they burn their utensils, what I've done is I've integrated the magnets into the handle and into the utensil. So now it rests right on there. Very simple. It's basically an intellectual property cost for the delta upcharge. So I'm competitive with all other pans out there.
Okay, you want to hear some feedback?
Sure. That means this product itself, you need to, like he was mentioning, bore some magnets into it.
Correct.
Okay. What's the process of putting the magnets inside the handle itself? The rubber
I insert molded in the back pocket, so I push a magnet in the pocket.
Got it. So it had to be molded around to begin with. Yeah, I agree. Your focus really should be on this because it's going to be the least of cost as well per unit. When you get into this, he's absolutely right. You're dealing with a whole nother. You're going to be basically a company that's going to be producing and manufacturing pans as well, so it won't be cost effective for you. The other thing too is, how did you come up with this idea, like versus having a what's that called when you put your spoon on top? Spoon rest. Yeah. A spoon rest. What's the overall bigger advantage over a spoon rest? How does it really differentiate?
Well, that's exactly how I came up with it. I was cooking some rice pudding for the kids, and then I was cooking some pasta. I was doing the sauce, some garlic, and I went away and I came back, and rice pudding you have to stir all the time. So I came back and I grabbed the wrong spatula, and I stirred the garlic into the rice pudding. First time the kids didn't eat the rice pudding.
Got it.
Understandable.
Okay. So who would be your market? Like I'm thinking like RVs, for example, would be a good market because
That's the space limitation.
The space limitation, and then you're grabbing your spoon really quickly. So it's really basically if you have multiple saucepans that are taking place.
You're right. Well, and a lot of times you don't like to use the spoon rest because you set it there and you pick it up again, and later it dries out as it's sitting there, and then you have to end up scrubbing that spoon rest for quite a while.
Got it. So this is constantly being obviously heated, so it's less trouble when it comes to cleaning.
Yep, it's just dropping everything right in there.
Got it. Okay.
I did a focus test of about 700 people, and it came up with about a 90% approval rate.
Okay.
Did you give them a price point?
Yes, I did. I gave them the 8-inch pan with just one set, an 8-inch pan, $19.95, which I can meet, and that's where I got the 90% approval rate.
Yeah, because one possibility then is just to license the idea. You have this patent pending?
Patent is pending.
Yeah, so it might be an opportunity to license the idea and just walk around what he was suggesting and to see who's out there who actually has the full pan set already.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you.
I have several manufacturers that are presently in negotiations with me.
Okay. Any other comments from our panel? Are we good?
Hi, I'm Pat Kalenka, and my product is Shirtwiz. 2 years ago, my son Bill was moving into his college apartment in Philadelphia, and he brought with him all his treasured sports jerseys. And I watched him shove 90% of them into closets and drawers, but he did take a couple out and start to put them up on his walls to decorate, using hangers, duct tape, and command hooks. The result of this was a wall that looked like this. This is a good, $150 jersey. And I said to myself, there has to be a more affordable and attractive way to do this. There wasn't, but today there is, and that's Shirtwiz. What Shirtwiz is, Bill, you've got it down there, is two pieces. It's a shoulder bracket and pivot joints. This is patented. I have a utility patent on this. Pivot joints go in, and you configure them for either sleeved or sleeveless jerseys.
If you got some of the all-star players, promoting this as being like the spokesperson to the brand, the gatekeepers, because I see this being really a word-of-mouth spread.
Yeah.
Massive word-of-mouth spread.
Cool thing, yeah.
Exactly, the cool thing, because I got nephews that are, really good athletes, and they're very prideful of putting up their jersey on the walls.
Yes.
So I see this really taking off, but having some key people in position, so it's maybe going to specific schools and talking to the all-star player, the person who's really the networker that everyone looks up to. So then it becomes a point of aspiration. Mm-hmm. Oh, if he has one or she has one, I got to get one too.
Right.
These are all money-saving and waste-reducing alternatives to buying the Ziploc bags or plastic bags. You can throw all of your food, toiletries, makeup, sunscreen, electronics, anything you like straight in these, and they can all go in the dishwasher, washing machine. They're all water, mold, mildew, and stain resistant inside and out. So we actually give it a lifetime warranty. It really is made to save people money from not having to keep buying all those plastic bags. And we have 4 different sizes. We got a classic snack size, classic sandwich size, quart, all the way up to a gallon size.
You know where I would love to see these? In the luggage store.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I pack here, like just getting here, I put everything in Ziploc bags.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But when I go to the luggage store, there's nothing accessories.
That's
Yeah.
a good idea. Really good.
Yeah, a lot of our people are flight attendants, travelers, and yeah, they buy like 12 power cords, cell phones, everything's separated and color coordinated.
Or you could even license to luggage companies like Toomey,
Mm-hmm.
and then they could do their own design. You know, because they license like the Ducati,
Yeah.
and they have the really high-end look and designs.
Yeah.
But I would definitely look at luggage stores because this is actually a really great idea.
Yeah, that
Very
brings up a good
diverse.
point. If from luggage stores, just if there was a way to do a semi-clear, see-through,
Yes.
so you can see what's inside. So I don't
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
waste time. If I'm going to do
that's
something
good.
like this, I don't want to waste time either opening them all up. So
Could be like a window.
yeah,
Just put
Yeah.
a simple window in there.
Definitely.
Wouldn't it be amazing if you never had to clean up another spilled drink? I am so excited today to introduce you to my invention. This is Bebo. It is a universal beverage stabilizer. It fits onto almost all of the beverage containers that are out there. It can go onto bottles, drinking glasses, soda cans, Gatorade bottles. And what is extremely unique about Bebo is that once you pick it up, it stays attached and goes with you wherever you are.
Let's start with Howard Lim from How Creative.
The first thing that hit me was Disney, because you hit a giant, you know, take a Fortune 500 company that's dedicated towards that age range and do a licensing agreement where they have a lot of licensing products.
Absolutely.
So Disney really hits me big time on that. So obviously you got the patents and everything.
Patent
secured.
pending, utility, and design.
Okay.
All right. I don't know if you ever heard the Cooper Cooler. That's something
Yes.
that's on the market.
great Sky Mall product.
Great Sky Mall product, right. It's $70, $80 delivered. My product's portable, it's battery operated. It doesn't have to have electricity. It works camping, tailgating, anywhere, and it's faster and it gets the drinks colder. The secondary thing that my product does that the Cooper Cooler doesn't do is it makes ice cream too. With an optional cool cup, 10 minutes, you've got homemade ice cream. You want to cool down, you know, make a blizzard, anything, your kids can play with it. You can have a little ice cream party.
I see this solving problems for, like, you know, when you're going out to the ball game and really where you really want a cold soda,
Right.
you know, tailgates, or where you're out in areas like, maybe I shouldn't say this, but like rave parties and stuff.
Camp,
Like
yeah,
where there's-
camp, college, fraternities.
Yeah. Now, when you're
They won't wait the 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
Once you've tasted it though, I mean, no one, that's the other thing too, is the texture. The fact that you get a linear flow, the fact there's nothing beating the ice cream to death, it's something completely different they've never tasted before. The texture of the ice cream is completely different. And it's homemade. You put your own ingredients. You don't have to worry about chemicals. You don't have to worry about, you know, it's organic. You can go that route with the marketing too.
Let me see the product itself. Like, this is what you're selling. How much are you selling again for?
Less than 2
I'm
minutes.
selling them $24.95 on my website.
I like the idea that you have the towel attached, since you obviously need that.
And the
dry the
towel
can.
actually acts as a balancer, so you can use it in any container.
What size batteries go in here?
4 AA batteries.
4 AA.
Yep, and I usually get 2 to 3 months of use out of a set of batteries if I spend, you know, 2 or 3 times a week. I've been using the same batteries for 3 days, 8 hours a day.
Can you look at reducing the size of the product?
The only problem with getting it down too small,
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure you could. You know, it's the once it gets frozen, it starts to hang up, and you can tell. But let me open that up. It needs to be heavy enough. Want to taste? You look like a beer drinker. tell them that's not the best beer you ever tasted. And tell them how cold it is, and tell them how good it tastes. Yeah. And you get somebody that doesn't even like beer. Maybe that's not his brand. I can get it cold enough where it's going to taste good. I can take, you know, Old Milwaukee's Best Light
and make it taste good. And that's another college trick.
Hi, good morning. My name is Artin Gavorkian. I've developed a small kitchen appliance called the Powder Pro dispenser. The Powder Pro dispenses effectively and efficiently any type of powder you can put into it. All you have to do is remove the lid, pour your powder in, turn the machine on. With one plunge, it dispenses one standard scoop, about 8.5 grams of powder. Any type of powder can be used, infant powder, cocoa powder, you name it, muscle, protein powder can be put into it. It's an adjusting shelf on here, and dishwasher safe as far as removing it, so very easy to assemble and disassemble. And the secondary, once we have a branded product, an anchored product, the secondary thing to this is you don't even have to get a powder. There's no storage, no mess, no scoops. All you do is you buy a cartridge rather than buying the big container. Pop it in there, just use it as a toner cartridge. Once it's engaged, you're done.
I think it'd be kind of cool to see this taken one step further, where it actually blends as well.
Blends on the bottom. Yeah.
Because it almost feels like it wants to do one more thing, which is to actually where it's ready and prepared for you to drink.
I totally agree with that. There's one thing in kitchens, you just don't need to add another appliance. You need to replace one and maybe combine functions. So multi-functionality would be fantastic.
Or even when they have like the espresso machine and a coffee, and it's all in one unit.
Right.
Hi, good morning. I'm Sam Dinello, and this is Michael Abraham. And the name of our company is called Visor Frames. After I lost my dad, I had taken a photo of him, and I put it in my car, and I tucked it behind my garage door opener. Well, over time, it started to fall off. The wind knocked it off. It got crumbled. So I tried to put it behind my speedometer. I taped it to my dashboard, and it got ruined. So a short while later, my mother passed away as well, and I said, I can't let this happen. So Michael and I have been best friends for 30 years, and I said, hey, I know you always have pictures in your car. What's out there to protect a photo and just kind of keep it in a place where we can always see it? So after collaboration, we decided to invent Visor Frames. It is a frame that attaches to the visor of any and all vehicles, cars, trucks, semis, motorhomes. We know that there's a lot of people that spend a lot of time in their cars these days, and they come in 4 different colors. They're made from aluminum. They also make great promotional items. You can brand on them, and they're great. They rotate in 3 positions, so you can actually attach it landscape or portrait right to the visor.
Yeah, I like the product a lot, but you got an issue with the packaging. The packaging doesn't justify the value. The thing that I really like as well is that you just showed me the 3 steps, as far as the different positions.
Yes.
Is that patent?
That's when we filed for the utility.
That's huge, because that's really, that's where I think where the money's at,
Yes.
in my personal opinion.
Okay.
Because if that is a patent, you got to look at all the framing companies that have these issues, have had to maneuver very quickly from a horizontal position, portrait to landscape.
Yes.
So I think you got a lot of opportunities for a really big brand for line extensions, both broad and vertical.
We also had people purchase them that can clip them on their cubicles at work as well. So the more, the more research and the more data that we're out there, we're just finding all these different utilities for it.
And just to build on that, because this is the unique feature, you might want to put some of that information on the front because it's hidden. Right now, it just looks like a frame,
Right.
and if this is the unique part, especially the patented part, you want to communicate that.
Absolutely.
Hello, my name is George.
I like it already.
Over 20 years, I've been hairdresser in Gold Coast, Chicago. Often while I was styling my clients' hair, they wish they had sets of hands because I can't hold the hairdryer for everybody when they go home. So I came with the idea, hands-free ionic hairdryer by George.
Then what I would do then is really, because the hairdryer is beautiful, beautifully designed, but what lacks is a suction cup and a hook. It feels like it's aftermarket. So what I would look at is designing the hook and the suction so it looks designed as well to match the hairdryer. So then you really get it's supposed to be designed as one single unit. Does that make sense?
That sounds good, and I have a lot of ideas like that. So believe me, I have so many shapes and stuff, and it's coming.
Because it also sounds like, which is great, that you're really knowledgeable about the
yes.
hair. That's why I said it's about branding you, and then you have this product.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I work like in home. I design something It's going to be just all one unit like that. Goes.
Got it. Okay.
Good idea.